All right, so in one of your last episodes, you generalized and you said you should never trust anybody who's fat, right? Or you said fat men. We'll talk about men, so ladies don't go crazy on us. And somebody commented and was upset about that, and he said, your fat guy rule is 100% BS. In fact, it's the complete opposite. Most scammers know that people will judge you on the way that you look and the way that you dress and the way that you talk, and so most of them are actually in good shape and speak well. I've never been screwed over by a fat guy. And he kind of, has a long message of how you're wrong and you should actually trust fat people more than people that are in shape. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, actually, I beg to differ. And as Jules from Pulp Fiction would say, allow me to retort. Lou Pearlman, who started like the Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, and all these other boy bands, and Bernie Madoff, who literally the world's largest and longest standing Ponzi scheme, both of them were con men. And Lou died in prison. Bernie Madoff died in prison. Both were fat. Lou was massively obese. Bernie Madoff was just a fat fuck. And so my friend who thinks that the people who are conning and ripping people off are fit and athletic and well-spoken, hey, they may have a sweet tongue, but a fat person could have a sweet tongue as well. Plus, when I said don't trust a fat guy, I don't trust a fat guy, I didn't mean like because they're going to con you, right? I just wanted to use Lou Pearlman and Bernie Madoff as examples of fat people that have ripped them off, right? And both of them, by the way, there was countries that were investing with Bernie Madoff. Countries were ripped off by Bernie Madoff. And then like, go look up a documentary on Lou Pearlman. Like, this guy was a fucking biggest scam artist, con man on the planet. He was taking money from all these people as investments into these boy bands and then just using the money on private jets and elaborate mansions and cars and shit, and then ultimately ended up going to jail. Both of these clowns did. Both fat, massively fat. But I wasn't talking about you can't trust fat people as in they're con people. I'm saying you can't trust them to be consistent. You can't trust them to be disciplined. You can't trust them to be focused. You can't trust them to have high standards. Because if they were disciplined, focused, consistent, and had high standards, they would not be fat. Because 99.9% of the time, because I know there's going to be that 0.1%. No, sometimes a metabolic disease and obesity and fatness is a metabolic disease and therefore you can't control it. Great, that's for that 0.1. Right. For the 99.9% of the people who are fat out there, as my dad would say, he would say, there is something wrong with fat people. If someone allows himself to get fat, he does not have the confidence and the discipline and the standards for himself. How is he going to run your business? And that is true. How is some fat guy going to run my business, work in my organization, and have the same standards and expectations, work ethic, discipline, focus, consistency that I do? Never mind confidence. We see time and time again, study after study, that as you get in better shape and you're more fit, you have higher levels of confidence. And I want confident people like you and the team in here who's fucking lean, jacked, athletic, to be in my circle. Hey guys, quick interruption to the Bedros Keuilian show. I took some time to go to the local juice stores here in town, and I bought all these different ginger, turmeric, and wellness shots. Now, they range anywhere from $3.69 all the way to $4.05. And to be honest with you, they all suck. Why? Because they do not have anywhere near the wonderful ingredients of the Truline Wellness Shot. First of all, to build your immune system and keep your immune system strong, Truline Wellness Shot is packed with vitamin C, vitamin D, and zinc. And also to help you fight off inflammation, it is packed with turmeric, ginger, and black pepper. And to keep you hydrated, Truly Wellness Shots have sodium, potassium, and magnesium. This is the ultimate morning supplement. Just take one packet, pour it in 4 ounces of water, and shoot it, and you're good to go. Best of all, $1.69 per packet instead of twice the price of those other inferior ones. I want you to get 50% off your first 30-day supply. So go to Truline.com, use my name, Bedros, and you can get 50% off plus free shipping, a 30-day money-back guarantee, and $1 gets donated to Shriners Children's Hospital. Best of all, if you like the Truline Wellness Shots, and I know you will, like thousands of other people who are part of the Truline tribe, every month we'll send you a new supply at 20% off, free shipping. So go to Truline.com, use my name, Bedros, and get your 50% discount code before it goes away. Back to the show. Whatever this guy said, I imagine that he's probably not in the best shape of in his life, number one. Or number two,
he got hit.
Yeah. Or number two, he got conned by someone, and that someone happened to be fit, lean, athletic, and therefore thinks that all people are that way. Remember the dude from Project Class, it was, I think maybe Project Class 6, he was sitting between Flowers and Eubank. And Flowers is a black dude, and Eubank is a black dude. And he was a white dude sitting in between. And when he was 5 years old, he and his mom were coming back from the grocery store. They got out of the car with the groceries. He heard someone behind him as they're walking up to the door. He's 5 years old. He turns around. He sees a man with a gun. By then, the man with the gun tells the mom, like, hey, give me all your fucking money. She's like, panics, gives him the purse, gives him the money. Nevertheless, pop, pop, shoots mom in the stomach. And mom ends up paralyzed in a wheelchair. And he's sharing this during the toxic cognition evolution. Now, this, I believe, was literally God or the universe at work. Up until class 6, we never had any black dudes sign up for the project. All of a sudden, we have 2 black dudes that have signed up, Eubanks and Flowers. And as you know, we line up these dudes by height. And so it just so happens, I'm getting goosebumps talking about it, just so happens that it's Eubanks and then this white dude and then Flowers. So the white dude is sandwiched between 2 black dudes sitting like this doing toxic cognitions. And he starts crying and he's telling the story of how he's like, and I fucking hate black dudes, right? I just fucking hate, and he's saying this as he's crying and he puts his arms on them. He puts a hand on each of them because remember, the toxic cognitions takes place in hour number 35, 36. So all the way building up to that, it was the dude to his left and to his right that were helping him. Mm-hmm. 2 black dudes were helping him through the project. Where, hey man, let me carry your rucksack for you. Let me carry that sledgehammer for you. And he was helping them. He built a bond. They became his brothers, right? And so he's conflicted. He doesn't know how to feel about the fact that I don't like black dudes because a black dude shot my mom and made her paralyzed. So it's easy to have a bias. It's easy to say I got ripped off by a fat person or a lean person or a black person or a white person, therefore I don't like them. Mm-hmm. Maybe that's what happened to this guy. But what I can tell you is that I wasn't talking about conning or ripping people off. I was talking about a fat person does not have the standards and work ethic, the discipline, or the energy that a fit person would have, and therefore I would have a hard time trusting them in my business.